Alright, hello, welcome to the rib part of the video. You're probably further beyond the start of this, but I recorded it anyway, so I'll include it. It's the setup for the whole rib, and then I record doing the rib, and then transitioning into the body design. So, there you go, hope you enjoy. Let me know if you have any questions. Alrighty, so I finished the 2 centimeters of the 2x4 ribbing. So from here is where you go ahead and you decrease, do the knit 2, purl 2 together, purl 2 together. So I've done my first knit 2, right, now I'm going to purl 2 together, and then purl 2 together. And once again knit 2, and then purl 2 together, purl 2 together. So you go around the whole project doing that. Alright, so after that you end up with 192 stitches. From here you're set up to do just normal 2x2 ribbing. Now you'll do this for 15 centimeters or until long enough for you.
And it also marked the beginning of the end. But we'll get to that. We're going to get to that. The acquisition. A lot of people.
Hi, I'm in Colorado at my grandparents' farm, but I finished the ribbing part of the pattern. So I'm gonna get started on like the actual design part of it, but I figured I would film what I've done and then the transition into that just so that makes sense to you because there is an increased part. I finished the 15 centimeters of the ribbing, including those bottom 2, so now in the pattern you change to larger needles. So from here you switch to larger needles and you knit the rest in pattern 1, which is that lace pattern at the bottom of the website. The first thing you gotta do is increase 48 stitches evenly on the first row. So we should jump from 192 that we were doing in rib 2, that was the 2x2 pattern, up to 240. We'll continue the work until total it reaches 28 centimeters. And so that's going to bring it till about under the arm, and then that's when you put that to the side, cast off stuff for the under the arm sleeves when you'll graft it together with the sleeves, and then you cast on sleeves and get to work on that. So while I was working the ribbing, I was getting really tired of it. I did persevere. I measured it out. It does end up at the 15 centimeters. My fabric that the fabric I'm making, the yarn that I'm using, the Trubu, it's a little heavy, and so when I hold it up, it feels like it doesn't fully go as far as it should. I know in the picture, it looks like the ribbing ends below the bust. So I kind of match that. Mine's probably a few inches above my belly button. I used this yarn to make a dress before, and I've shown you the picture of that. It weighs down kind of heavy, and so I figured with this top, I'd rather have that design part on the top rather than have a lot of ribbing at the bottom around my stomach. I did the top and it worked. It fits fine. It weighs it down, so maybe when you make the top it'll be fine too, but I had no issues. I was just yapping here. So I'm really going to kind of base this measurement from here on out to where I'll cast off underneath the arms. It'll be that 28 centimeters in that last row. That should, in my mind, fit comfortably underneath where your armpit would be, because then you'll graft that together with sleeves once you cast those on. So, I mean, right now, I don't know how yours is turning out, but mine feels kind of maybe short. I figured if anything, I'd try and stretch it out a little bit in the blocking, but I'm kind of just guessing that this is a good spot. It feels right. It seems right. I'm kind of trusting the process. Drops patterns tend to be a little bit kind of choose your own adventure on it. I've definitely done my own sort of adjustments to them in the past, so I figured if anything happens, we'll just continue the pattern more at the top. If you want more of a ribbing on the bottom to kind of make it more of like a corset top, do maybe another few centimeters, maybe round it out to 18 or 20. It's probably going to be fine then. I don't think it should be any issue, but just something to consider that at mine, it's 15 I hate ribbing, so I'm done doing the ribbing. And from here, then I'll just increase and keep going.
All right, so for going around and doing the increases, I decided to do a make one left. I don't know how well you can see it, but it ends up just doing a small twisted stitch. Make one knit front back will add like a bump along it that I just don't think looks very nice. So I went ahead, did my math on my little sticky note. I'm going from 192 to 240, so I'm increasing 48. So every 4 stitches, I'm doing this increase. So as I go around, in between your stitches, they're called the leg. It's this little bar in between that's the yarn connecting the two together. For a make one left, the way you remember the difference of left and right is if the needle is looking straight at you, does it go right to the back of the work to pick it up or left to the front to pick it up? I think make one left is easier to do, so I'm doing that instead. So when I've gotten to my 4 stitches later to do an increase, I come to the front of the work, pick up that little bar, and then from here I just reach through and stitch it like it's become a new stitch, because it has. Alright, so I'll pull it off and show you one more time. Alright, so in between the stitches, you'll reach your left hand needle forward and go underneath that bar to come around. Right hand needle will go through and knit it to become a new stitch. So every single 4, you'll knit 4 if you are following this one. And then you will come forward in the work, pick up that leg, come through to then stitch it onto the right hand needle.